Okay, so I took some courses on Salesforce Trailhead to understand what is natural language processing. And I'm going to summarize this for you in this video. But before I start, let's understand what is natural language processing, also known as NLP. Natural language processing is a field of artificial intelligence that combines computer science and linguistics to give computers the ability to understand, interpret, and generate human language in a way that's meaningful and useful to humans. In simpler words, natural language is how you and I speak, how humans interact with each other, how we speak with our friends, how we write an email to our boss. And when the computer has the ability to understand what you and I are speaking or what we are writing in our emails or anywhere else, that is known as natural language processing. So moving on, let's understand how natural language processing works. Understanding human language is a fundamental challenge for computers, not only because they have to understand the meaning behind each word, but they also have to know the relationships, the context, and the different nuances a word carry. The human language has endless complexities, nuances, ambiguity, and mistakes. There are words which are pronounced the same but spelled differently. There are misplaced modifiers, there are mistakes, there are mispronunciations. Some people speak too fast, some people speak too slow, and some people take forever to get to a point. And don't forget, there are different accents and dialects that people have to consider and understand. Let's take an example. The lady hit the man with the umbrella. This sentence probably has two meanings. Meaning one, that the lady used an umbrella to hit the man, or meaning two, that the lady hit a man who was holding an umbrella. Let's take another example. We watched a mountain with a telescope. Again, it has two meanings. Meaning one, that we had a telescope to watch the mountain, or meaning two, we observed the mountain with a telescope. While humans are able to understand and adapt to these changes pretty quickly, computers do find it a little difficult to understand. A typical language that humans use have the elements like vocabulary, grammar, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, context, phonetics, morphology, and so on. It's definitely a lot to take in, and learning a new language is overwhelming for humans, so it's definitely difficult for computers. But how do computers process natural language? Teaching a computer to understand a language is similar to how we teach kids a new language. For example, when the kids are growing, we teach them different words, their meaning, their relationship, their context, etc. However, children have several advantages when learning to read. They get context from stories, visual hints from pictures, and connections to familiar things like trees or animals. They also receive guidance and support from experienced adults who explain what they are learning. But computers process human information a little differently, so they need a more systematic approach. NLP employs various techniques, including large language models, statistical models, machine learning, deep learning, and rule-based systems to process and analyze text. This process is called as parsing, where one sentence is broken down into multiple meaningful chunks so that the meaning can be derived. There are two types of parsing. One is syntactic parsing, the other one is semantic parsing. Let's go through them one by one and understand what they mean. Syntactic parsing is used to analyze the text to identify the underlying grammar structure. Syntactic parsing involves a variety of techniques. The first one is segmentation. It is a process where larger texts are broken down into smaller chunks, typically happening at punctuation marks like full stop, comma, semicolon, etc. See this sentence. Dr. Patel visited New York City in April where she attended a conference on AI. Later, she visited the Museum of Natural History. It was fascinating. The output after sentence segmentation will be, Dr. Patel visited New York City in April where she attended a conference on AI. Later, she visited the Museum of Natural History. It was fascinating. Here, the text is segmented into separate sentences. The second technique is tokenization, where the sentences are broken down into individual words called token. Take this sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Each word of the sentence is considered a token. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The third technique is stemming, in which words are reduced to their root form, also known as stem. Words like running, ran, runner are all reduced to run. Stemming does help to reduce the variations of word forms, but depending on the context, it may not lead to the most accurate stem. Like everything, let's understand this with an example. There are two sentences. Sentence 1. She went for a morning run before work. Stem is run. And sentence 2. He plans to run the marathon this year. Stem is also run. Here, the stem in run is used in two different ways, so the processing of stemming might not be enough. This introduces the need for another technique called lemmatization. It is similar to stemming, but it takes a part of the speech into account to arrive at a much more valid root word or lemma. Going back to the same example, sentence 1, he went for a morning run before work. Lemma is run used as a noun. And sentence 2, he plans to run in the marathon this year. Lemma is run, used as a verb. If you remember in school, when we were kids and we were learning English, we learned about nouns, pronouns, adjectives. The same technique is used by the computers to understand human language. This takes me to the next technique, which is tagging the part of speech. The words are tagged based on the part of the speech. Let's come back to the same example of the fox. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. See how each word of the sentence is tagged. There's a determiner, there's an adjective, noun, verb, and preposition, and so on. I do not want to teach the basics of English language, but I hope you understand how computers learn natural language, which is quite similar to humans learning a new language. The last technique under the syntactic parsing is named entity recognition. If you remember as kids, we played a game called Name Place Animal Thing. This is exactly the same. It's basically recognizing the named entities and tagging them. For example, Delhi is a city, 25 November is a date, and so on. Earlier in the video, I talked about the second type of analysis, which is called as the semantic analysis. Let's talk about it in detail. Out of the many techniques, I'm going to talk about the 3 techniques that are used for semantic analysis. Number 1 is sentiment analysis. So the computers need to understand, let's say whether it's a social media post or a review or an email, they need to understand the sentiment behind it, whether it's negative, positive, or a neutral statement. For example, if I say the traffic was so bad, it took me an hour to drive 2 kilometers. The computer needs to understand that I'm annoyed because I had to wait so long because of the slow-moving traffic. Second is intent analysis, understanding the intent behind what someone is saying or writing. Example, if a customer says, I need to return a pair of shoes I bought last week, the customer support bot might respond asking the computer about the order number to process the return. Virtual assistants, customer support systems, or chatbots often use intent analysis to understand user requests and provide appropriate responses or actions. And number 3 is context analysis. A very important part of human interaction is understanding the context behind what I'm trying to say. For example, if my friend who lives in Delhi is asking for recommendations for buying clothes, I will have to let her know about the outlets in Delhi and not in Mumbai. There's an underlying assumption that I have to provide recommendations of Delhi-based outlets. Context analysis helps computers respond more accurately, and they do so by tracking previous conversations with the user. So this was a summary of how computers understand the natural language. If you like this video and you want to understand the basics of Gen AI, watch this video I made earlier. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.